You mentioned announcers. So Corey Graves, there was a piece on a Meltzer's site about Corey giving Triple H props for, I guess he was drawing a comparison to Vince. He was definitely drawing a comparison to Vince because he said under Triple H, he feels that the announcers are freer to kind of be their own style instead of being barked at to say this and say that and do this and do that, which kind of makes a very uniform broadcast.
Have you ever heard the Mick Foley story?
Which one?
They brought Mick in to do color, some commentating.
Uh-huh.
And like Mick said, it was just unbelievable that Vince was
the constant barrage in the ear. Yeah.
And Vince and Mick's fucking, he's about as mellow, cool as a dude as you're gonna fucking find.
Right.
Mick fucking snapped. Fucking he said like basically, fuck you, I'm done.
Oh, so that's why he bailed on the commentary.
Mick couldn't take it. It's just like fuck, like you're trying to think and you got somebody say this, say this, say this.
Yeah. Well, Corey, his quote is, quote, when he's in gorilla position right where the old boss sat, instead of being told and prompted, hey, you've got to say this, and hey, you have to do it that way, and you have to use this verbiage, he, I think, understands that we're all fans and we all love this in different ways. And as the business grows and evolves, you kind of have to let go of the reins a little bit. I still have my guide rails. I guess it means guardrails. I just feel like they're a little bit wider on each side now rather than having to stay on a particular path and walk in a certain rhythm and do things a certain way. Yeah, I mean, and for Vince to want such a uniform product, look at the announcers who he had in the 80s when his meteoric rise to the top, WWE's meteoric rise
Jesse
to the top.
Gorilla,
Bobby and Gorilla together.
He was the conduit, though. Vince was there.
But Vince wasn't telling Gorilla to be Gorilla or
no,
Bobby
but he was. He had his hand on the rudder at all times.
Right.
And I think that once you go backstage, that it's a different fucking deal. So.
Yeah. So that's good to hear.
I used to like Vince. I mean, growing up and shit, listen to Vince. I
liked his comment because he played it straight. He was calling it like a contest, and then he'd have Jesse with him or whatever.
Oh, come on, McMahon,
or Bruno, the Bruno days. Pat Patterson, who if you caught every fourth word, you were doing well. Right. And then Bruno, it was every third word. And then he had finally found that synergy with Jesse.
Wesley just typed on, "What a maneuver." That's because Vince knows about as many wrestling fucking moves as I do.
He definitely wouldn't be calling moves.
I need to call Ospreay's next fucking match. Ospreay, what a maneuver! Ospreay, another maneuver.
That's phenomenal. Who were your favorite announcers over the years? Who did you enjoy listening to? Not working, but if you had to watch a broadcast, the few times you were forced to watch wrestling in your life, who did you enjoy listening to?
I loved Jim Ross.
Mm-hmm.
Because Jim Ross, anytime I had a match, it was like, please, can I have Jim Ross? Because Ross always, and then you could sit down with Ross and say, Jim, this is the story we're trying to tell. And he would, the more you worked with Jim, the better he could do his job.
Well, that's fascinating. So before the match, you kind of let him know where you're going to go.
Yeah, like when Brett and I worked, it was just like, when Diesel's on his feet, Brett doesn't stand a chance. But the longer it goes, the more that Brett can ground Diesel, and that was the story that the psychology and then he would tell that David and Goliath story, and then he would inevitably it's for the hit man. And it was just it was so easy to to do. I mean, I don't understand why everybody doesn't do that, because once I did that with Jim, I did that with everybody that I worked with. I thought Shivani was good.
Mm-hmm. He was.
He was good.
The gorilla quotes were always great. Jen weighing in with mischaracters. See, but they were different. WWE was an entertainment product Whereas I think the WCW guys, or the Crockett guys before that, were calling it like a contest. So getting the Gordon Sully with the pronunciation of the souffle, or
Irish whip.
leg dive takedown. And whereas we just needed to be entertained by Bobby and Gorilla.